No matter where the place or what the time, you're now tuning in to Smokin Strong with Strong Arm, and I'm your host, DJ Strong Arm. I have a guest today on the show. So before I go any further, matter of fact, I'm gonna let him introduce himself. I'm gonna bring him into the I can't say live because we're not live, but I'm gonna bring him into the video so you can see what's going on. Here we go.
Hello?
Yo, what's going on, man?
I'm trying to connect the video.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. All right, there you go.
Look, okay. Okay, good. Let me just start a cool position right now so we can run this shit right now.
Okay.
Thank you, good. Can you see me clearly?
Yeah, I see you clear, man. I see you. You see me clear?
Good. Yeah. So I'm gonna just start outside a little bit.
Okay. So what's going on, man? The name of my podcast is Smokin Strong. I'm pre-recording this one, so the people gonna see it in a little bit later on the day. Tell the people who you are, man. Like, I didn't want to say a whole lot because I really want you to introduce who you are. I want you to tell the people where you're at. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we're gonna take it from there. So let the people know who you are.
So my name is Mc Snillow. I'm popularly known as Mc Snillow. You know, I'm a humanitarian, an activist, a hip hop artist. Basically, I do everything.
You sound like me, but over there.
Well, I believe in using music to pass strong, positive message to people, and that's what I've been doing with every song I've been putting out. You know,
right.
So I came from Biafra, that's eastern part of Nigeria. Mm-hmm. You know, where we're facing a political and religious war, and facing extermination at the moment, and it's quite unfortunate that the mainstream media has not been able to give our attention to what's going on down here. Mm-hmm. I guess that's why it's getting worse. Just 3 days ago, the government banned Twitter, so we can't tweet anymore. Right. So we decided to download VPN so we can be able to, change our locations and all that. So they're planning to ban VPN. I heard they're making move to restrict Facebook too. So we are facing, so all these are being done to make sure that the whole world doesn't know what's going on here. So we're facing a tough time down here, and we're just getting the word out, fighting, trying to resist the way we can.
So things haven't really changed in Africa over the last many years. I mean, the reason why I say that is because, let me explain. I'm older, right? I'm 44 years old. And when I was a child, we always had issues of racism in America. But I always heard about apartheid and things like that in Africa, even when I was a child. And when Nelson Mandela came home, a lot of people in America, because we didn't understand Africa, a lot of us felt like, hey, they good, everybody good. But from what you're saying, it seems like after all these years, you all are still dealing with a lot of the things, and maybe even worse than before.
Yeah, well, what happened is the white men left Africa, and they chose a particular set of people that will act as their puppets and put them off. When I'm talking about puppets, I mean people that will sell out Africans for the benefit of the white man, and handed power over to them. I'll tell you, Africa is still not free. They just gave them flag, or the white men still detect 90% of what's going on in Africa in various ways. Okay, let me give you an example of what happened in case of Nigeria. Zeke with his NCNC party from the southern part of Nigeria, they had a big movement for the independence of Nigeria. But guess what happened?
What?
Zeke was just a journalist. He needed some funds to fund this movement and campaign. He got that fund from Britain, the same people he was fighting for his independence from. So when the time came, he was owing Britain so much money that they cut a deal with him. So he became their puppet. Now you understand how they sell us out.
Right. So basically, it looks like he's for the people, but not at all.
Yeah. So he just woke us up. I just call it flag independence. Just give us the flag. But those who are ruling Africa being controlled by the white men to this day.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you see them running over to Europe or to America or to Asia to borrow money and all that stuff. So as time goes on, this whole thing started. I can tell you a case of Burkina Faso. Thomas Sankara came up, he tried to fix Burkina Faso to get them back on track. Burkina Faso, as at 1983, 1984, had the fastest growing economy in Africa. Guess what happened? Right. French is their colonial master. French colonized Burkina Faso.
Right.
French teamed up with Tompele Blaise, and they killed Thomas Sankara. So Blaise can get into power and start following the steps of their colonial masters, start being their puppets, selling Africans out to the benefits of the white man. So I would just say the white man understand that some black people are just dumb and stupid. I'm sorry, but I have to use that word. So they take advantage of all that people, to deal with Africans.
It's crazy. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me because you would think that after all of these years, people that are our age would not have to deal with this. Like, we're still dealing with the things that they talk about in the history book from hundreds of years ago. And it's crazy to me.
That's why songs like I Still See No Change by Mc Snillow is still relevant,
Yeah.
And I think it's just greed and Africans not being able to realize who they are.
Why won't Africans come? Why like I said, from what Americans understand, because we don't understand a lot in regards to Africa. People say they do, but they don't really understand a lot. Is it a tribal thing from back in the days that blacks won't come together? Like, why won't they come together?
Well, one, politicians. For instance, let me use for example what happened what's happening in Nigeria right now. When Nigeria is divided into North and South,
Right.
So the northern politicians are the Fulani tribe. They are, they got colonized before the British came to this place. They got colonized by Arabs, so they are Islams. Right. They don't believe in development. They don't believe in woman empowerment and all this other stuff.
Right.
Okay, let me just tell you. 3 days ago, when they banned Twitter, the southern people were protesting. Why the northern youths came to the streets to rejoice that Twitter was banned in Nigeria? I don't know if you understand. They are mentally backwards when compared to the rest. So the British people handed over power to them, knowing fully well that these guys are gonna be their puppets. Now it becomes a problem because they are oppressing those in the south.
Right.
The resources, every time you hear about Nigeria oil, the resources is in the south.
Right.
But the south don't get anything from the oil. It's being controlled by those in the north, leaving the south hungry. Now that's why there's a big revolution. And so what are they doing instead of?
So it's like they have the resource, but they can't use the resource.
Because those from the north are the ones in power. They're the ones ruling the government.
Mm-hmm.
Now those from the north are the ones controlling the resources. And, south is hungry. So they take all those resources, all that money back to the north and put it in their pockets and send the rest to Britain.
Right.
Leaving the south hungry. When you're hungry, you become angry. And when you're angry, you start misbehaving. Now that's the case that most nations in Africa is dealing with. Right. And why is this so? Before the white man came here, there was nothing like Nigeria. Nigeria was created in 1914.
Right.
So before then, who were you? Before 1914, who were you? in Nigeria, we have Biafrans in the south. We also have Oduduwa Republic in the southwest, and then we have the Middle Belt Republic, and then the Ariwa Nation from the north. These are 4 different nations that were crushed by Britain and then ruled over by Britain for so many years. And then 1914, before British left, they decided to create Nigeria. So they brought 4 different nations with 4 different ideology, with 4 different ways of life together, asked them to become one country.
Right.
It's gonna be a problem. Imagine asking America to become a country with Iraq. You understand the problem?
Yeah,
so
I do.
They have a reason for doing this. According to Harold Smith, in 2008, before he died, he was a British politician. He was among those that ruled Nigeria before the British left. He said that they created a time bomb because they don't want Africa to develop. They want Africa to be in chaos because it's good for them. Okay, when Africa is in chaos, they take advantage of these, puppets and these politicians that they put in power for the British benefits,
Right.
And then used goods from Europe can easily come down here. Africa is in chaos. They tried their fake coronavirus vaccines here, and so many people died. They can't try that in America. You understand?
So they
used Africa. They used Africans for guinea pigs. Yeah, they used Africans for as guinea pigs. For trying out drugs. So they can't try that in America. If Africa was as developed as America or Europe, they can't do that. So they need somewhere where they can try their nonsense and go away free without anybody arresting them. That's what the Europeans did down here. I'm telling you, France makes $700 billion US annually from Africa. Ask anybody. I'm not lying. From the countries they colonized in Africa. Quote me right. So how are they going to make Africa? How are they going to allow Africa to develop when they're making so much money from here?
They don't want it to develop. They don't want it.
Exactly. Britain still gets free oil from Nigeria. And that is why anytime we're talking about breaking Nigeria up, let's go back to what we used to be before the white man came here. Britain will attack you. Britain is the reason why they don't bring up Biafra and do that struggle for independence in the United Nations.
Right.
They got blood in their hand. That's why down here, whenever you talk about Elizabeth, we don't consider a queen. We consider a genocidal human being. We don't consider a queen down here. We have zero respect for her. But the mainstream media won't report all these.
So you all pretty much deal more with like France and stuff like versus America.
We're dealing with first of all, we're dealing with neo-colonialism, which is the after effects of colonization.
Right.
In Africa got colonized, right?
Yeah.
So lots of European countries divided them in 1865. They call it the scramble for Africa. It happened in Berlin, Germany.
Right.
Lots of European countries divided African territories or regions to themselves. They came here, they used Africa, did whatever they want, killed, whatever, or took away resources, colonized, created nations, and then they left and then put power into the hands of greedy fellows and some puppets,
right,
to run Africa in their favor, not in the favor of Africans. So now, if you go against them, they sponsor the opposition to get you down.
Yeah. You understand? What you're saying sounds a lot like y'all situation is bigger, but I don't know if you heard about it, but back in the crack era, like crack in America, right? That's how they got
in the 80s.
Yeah, in the 80s. That's how they got the crack out there like that. They used puppets. They used a few people. The blacks were all coming together to be a lot greater, and they used a few puppets to push that out there to bring everybody back down. Your situation is a lot larger because you're dealing with a whole different thing, but it's the same type of method. And earlier you said chaos, but the reason why they like chaos is because there's no organization in chaotic situations.
Yes,
and if we're organized, they can't penetrate what they're trying to penetrate. Yeah, exactly. They can't get in
for real
organization.
So, okay, let me give Harold Smith said before they left Nigeria, he's a white politician that led, among the parliaments that led Nigeria before independence, that they made sure they handed over our power to the North because the North are stupid people and they're very submissive. And with the North in power in Nigeria, Britain will always have their desire. Britain still get free oil from Nigeria from 1960 that they left Nigeria to this day.
Right.
So you understand the reason why they want that chaotic situation to be in existence because it gives them money.
Right.
And now it's just, I feel so bad that my African brothers don't want to come together and unite. The same, every time an African leader rises up, to make his nation or his region or territory good, European powers will put pressure on him. If he doesn't succumb to that pressure, they'll use some puppets in Africa to kill him. They killed Gaddafi. Obama was among those that sponsored that. Gaddafi was trying to unite Africa. He said, let's have United States of Africa.
Are you talking
where
about
we
Gaddafi,
get
right?
back. Yeah, Gaddafi.
Yeah.
So we can, the former leader of Libya. Let's have United States of Africa. Let's have one currency. Let's have one constitution. Let Africa become one.
Someone told I don't know what I was watching, but I did see I don't know if it was a documentary or something, but I heard that Gaddafi was not that bad. He was trying to develop a different type of country because we didn't need America.
Gaddafi told the world Africa don't need them to develop. That's the problem. He was trying to usher in one currency in Africa. Africa, most of them trade with US dollars. For instance, right now, a dollar is 500 naira. Naira is the Nigerian currency. Right. So now a dollar is 500 naira. So we are way behind. So to have $2, you have to have 1,000 naira.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So we are way behind. So Gaddafi was trying to usher in one United States of Africa, one constitution, one currency. Let Africa unite and be like Europe. That was why they killed him. They used the media to paint him bad. I understand he's not a perfect human being. I understand, right. But he's never a dictator, as the Western media made him to be.
Yeah. America painted him as a dictator.
Obama painted him as a victim, that he was killing people, he's doing this. Yeah. Why, if Obama was trying to do the right thing, he should get down Queen Elizabeth in England. She has so many millions of Africans in her hands. The same with her family and her children. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about the fact that King Leopold of Belgium killed over 15 million Congolese in the 18th century. He killed way more people than Hitler. No one is talking about that. No one is probing that. But you're telling me that Gaddafi is bad, is even because he's trying to fix Africa. The same thing goes on with President Jonathan, the last president that came in Nigeria. Obama took him away. He tried to develop Nigeria. The economy was moving fine. Nigeria was back on track. Obama made a statement saying for Nigeria to be one and for United Nigeria must vote for President Buhari. He funded President Buhari's election. President Buhari came in and put back Nigerians in chains, started bringing Islamic laws, banning Twitter, no more press freedom. This is something that Buhari did in 83 and 82 when he was the military president, when he took over power. President Obama knows that Buhari is a dictator. Buhari overthrew an elected civilian president in 82.
Right.
Now he came back as a civilian leader in 2015. Now Obama was campaigning for him. That means these guys don't want Africa to be good. Wow. A military man that overthrew a democratically elected president. Now he came back in 2015 and you're campaigning for him. And when he came through in 82, no more, he removed press freedom. People started dropping out of school. Economy became tough. All the resources in Nigeria was being stolen and taken to America and to Britain. Lots of dirty money from Africa are moving all over America, and they're using that to build the American economy. That's why most people are not talking about, let's go see what's going to happen, what's going on in Nigeria. Let's see what's going on in Kenya. No, they know these politicians are bringing in dirty money laundry and all that stuff, and they're using it to fix the American economy, so they're fine. Then the rest of Africans can go to hell. But I don't understand that.
You're saying some real you're saying some dangerous stuff. It's big business you're talking about here.
I'm not scared of anybody.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying I'm glad you are, because but a lot of the stuff that you're saying to me, like, I never knew how big some of these things were.
Okay, now let me tell you, lots of politicians, Buhari, the late Buhari, his wife, Abba Kyrie, all these guys have so much money in America, in banks in America. I can start calling them out. I don't care, you know. But the problem is this: how many American politicians have dirty money in Africa? No. So now these guys loot our funds, they send it over abroad, and then Obama is talking about when he came to power, he's going to fight corruption in Africa, he's going to help Africa send all the money in America and Europe, get it back to Africa so they can build the African economy. But then you guys are still hiding the ones in America. I mean, you guys are not exposing these politicians.
Right.
you know.
Right.
So, but what they don't know is this: Africans are migrating, you know.
Right.
Illegally or legally, they're gonna come to the States. Once you guys are messing up, Europeans are messing up this place, no problem. Americans are messing up here, no problem. But they are moving, and the problem is this: they are gonna someday they're gonna be all over Europe and all over America, and that will crash the American economy.
That's what they're afraid of. That's what they're afraid of.
That's why they're building up the walls, trying to make the immigration laws tight. These guys are going in through the sea. They don't care if you have immigration laws anymore.
Right.
Once they survive the sea, they're in Europe. From Europe, they'll come to America.
Right. Let me ask you a question. At what point in time did you gain the courage to start talking? What made you want to start talking?
I came from what I'll call a family that it's known for speaking their mind. My grandfather, the elder, my grandfather's elder brother, he was a politician. Life came down here. He was among those that fought for the independence of Nigeria. He was in NCNC. My dad was into politics too. Just looking at them, knowing that I just have to speak my mind. I've always been, in the forefront of protests and everything that's going on. And the fire that ignites all this is because I just want to see a better future. It's not life. It's not healthy. So on June 12th, we're going to have a protest going on. I know the police are going to be there to shoot us because that's what they do. They shoot us with live bullets. We die, we come back again. That's what we keep doing. Right? So I know the same thing is going to occur. We're going to lose people that day. So we're trying to see, trying to let the world apply before they ban Facebook too, like they did to Twitter, So basically the motivation is just, I want a better place for the next generation, If we are going to die fighting for justice and what is right, it's better we die as heroes than living as slaves in our own land. Just like that.
I like the way you think
right now.
I like the way you think. When I was a young boy, when I was younger, I don't know what made me say it to my mom, but when I was a kid, I was like 13, 12 or 13. I remember telling my mother that I would rather die giving a speech at a podium than in my sleep. Like I always told her I wanted to die for a cause. And that's why I respect you the way I do, because, a lot of people talk that talk, but not that many people walk it. And to see somebody stepping out in the front like you are doing, I salute you for that, because you're putting yourself out there, but you're putting yourself out there for the people. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing bigger than that.
I believe that we are gonna die, so why just die for nothing?
Right. Right. Make it a reason.
Just die for nothing. Make it a reason, because you're gonna die. You can get out there and get hit by a car.
Mm-hmm.
If you decide not to speak up or take action, you can just go to sleep and die.
Look, you can get into an argument with somebody and have a heart attack. Just die for nothing. It wasn't even that big. You arguing about some cereal and milk and just have a heart attack. Like, you know what I'm
saying? So why not just, it's been, the fact that I'm very vocal and speaking now is the reason why I don't get the accolades that I'm supposed to. No media plays my song. I don't go to shows down here because everybody's scared to touch my music. Once they hear that, it's too political, he's always talking about politics, the situation, the government is going to come upon us when we, play a song. Actually, I still see no change was banned, down here.
Right.
So, anything that has to do with me, people are just trying to stay clear. So the government will start attacking them, Right. So, but nevertheless, we're just going to keep bringing out the truth and letting the world know what's going on, setting up this protest, setting up some resistance, I'm glad that is bearing fruit, because right now, some certain people in our region, they are carrying guns and resisting, this government. This government of Nigeria funds terrorism. Can you imagine? They said they made a new policy. If they catch a terrorist who's been raping women, destroying, lives from, they recruit the terrorist into the Nigerian army.
So they don't even punish them. They reward.
they reward them by recruiting them into the Nigerian army.
Right.
I mean, that is, and then sometimes they built up a campaign that these terrorists should be rehabilitated and brought back into the society.
Right.
So that's what we have. So we have terrorists in the Nigerian army. So the Nigerian army are funding terrorism. I don't know if you know about Fulani headsmen. They are the new set of terrorists. The third most dangerous terrorist group in the world. They are being funded by the Nigerian government. Fulani headsmen. Fulani. Headsmen. HERDSMEN.
Okay.
They're being funded by Nigerian government. Whenever they attack a place and we get them, we hand them over to the police. The next day they get a call from Abuja, the capital of Nigeria, and they are free. So right now, what many boys do is you get them, you kill them, don't take them to the police again. Get them, you kill them right away. Because they're the ones, killing our women in their farms, destroying our crops, destroying our houses, trying to take over our land. Because they say they are going to take over our land, take over our resources, which they are controlling at the moment, and take our women as sex slaves. So we are just resisting that. So why is the government doing this? Because the South are trying to break away from the country. So they are trying to intimidate the South using their foot soldiers, their terrorist groups to attack them and kill most of their youth that will rise up. So we're facing a lot down here right now.
So the way the terrorists there do it is they basically try to kill off the youngsters before they can get to the age to fight.
Yeah, I know, and even kill those who are in the age to fight. So what's the problem? They are from the north. They are just trying to oppress and intimidate the South to put fear in their body. So the whole idea, of course, we are protesting for Biafra, the Southwest. They are protesting for Oduduwa Republic, trying to go back. We are trying to restore back our nation. We are Biafrans before Nigeria was created in 1914. So they're trying to go back. Came the Southwest. They're trying to do the same thing too. So now they sent out these, terrorist groups to intimidate, to kill, to destroy properties. So, to put fear in us, to grip us, So, you won't talk about all that stuff. And they are succeeding at the moment. Lots of indigenous peoples are losing their lands and their resources and their ladies, harvesting the organs of their young men, selling them in the black market.
Right.
So it's just crazy right now, and we're putting up a strong resistance, hoping that the international community will come to our aid, even though it's.
So have you ever had a close situation yourself? Have they ever gotten close to capturing you?
Not yet. Well, everybody's been telling me I should keep quiet or they're gonna come.
Nah, I think you should keep talking. Nah, like you said, if they coming, they coming. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You got to stand for something, man. You
just have to keep talking, and when it's time to run, you run. When it's time to action, you do something. But then at the end of the day, if they get me, they get me. That's just it. When you listen to every song I made, from I Still See No Change to Animal in Human Skin.
I was about to say something about that. I like that. I like the
animal in human skin.
Yeah, because you're very direct. Like you say it just like it is. Like they gonna lock me or put me in jail for talking. Like you say it word for word. You say exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So I'm not scared. So that's just what it is. And they will have to keep. They're gonna see me in the street. Almost in the street. Carrying out this campaign and. They're going to see me in the street on June 12th, only if my people decide not to come out, only if they call it off. I hope they don't call it off, So
you think you might be able to, I know you're going to be in the middle of stuff, you think you might be able to, are you planning on going live so people can see anything? Or?
Well, let's just see how it goes, sometimes, before
might be in the mix.
Sometimes before we can even start you see the military and the police with their guns,
right.
So, before you even start, people running helter-skelter and all that stuff.
Man,
it's just crazy.
It's amazing. It's amazing to see what you all go through over there. I mean, because, we only see it in movies, man. We don't get to see it,
It's real, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't even know I have no idea what it would be like if a military or people just came through my neighborhood, snatching people up and killing people. Like, that's crazy for me.
I'm telling you, It's real. It's happening down here. These things you guys saw in Hotel Rwanda, it's real. These things are being ignited. There's this tribal hate situation going on, not just in Nigeria but in most places in Africa, and it was being ignited by the white men. I can sit back and tell you what the white. We are not gonna stop talking, but I don't blame the white men anymore. I blame the Africans who have failed to come together to unite.
Right. Yeah, we got that same problem in America, man. We can't keep blaming the white man. Like, we so quick to white people this, white people that, but it's like, man, we learned that lesson a long time ago. Like, by now, but we killing more of us than they are.
So it's the fact that we need to just see if Africans have failed to see each other as one. Especially these people from the Islamic community. I'm sorry, but just of Islam. I've spoken with people from Islam, that practice Islam in America, and They tell me no, they don't do that. But down here, it's crazy. If your sister is wants to get married to someone that is not an Islam, they kill her for wanting to betray the religion.
I mean, I'm Islamic, so yeah, they're right. There's not. We don't do that over here.
Then they don't. Most Islamic guys, they don't let their women out. In the north, they don't drink alcohol. It's illegal. But then the government, we drink alcohol. We sell alcohol. We sell beer and all this other stuff. But the tax that the government get from here is being pushed to the south, to the north. So why are you taking that? Since you think it's evil and it's sinful money, why are you taking sinful money to the north, but you ban alcohol in your own region? Right. Is that not crazy?
Right. Well, like you said, they're controlling how everything moves. They have to keep the power out of certain people's hands. If they give you all that power and you learn how to use it, like, power is no good for a person that doesn't know how to use it. But if you put it around long enough and you leave it there and people get it, once people get it, then that's a problem. And I think the only way to hold them back is by doing exactly what they're doing. Don't allow any resources to be able to be used. Alcoholic, anything that generates money can't happen.
Yeah. So over there, they don't even like, north, they're way backward. They have zero interest in education. The only thing they want to do is just carry their cattle from one place to the other. I mean, this is 2021, and you guys are still moving cattle from the north to the south on foot with your AK-47 killing people. And then you guys can get lands and your houses and build up a ranch or something.
Right.
And the government actually came with a bill saying that, see how this whole thing started. They came with a bill, they called it the grazing bill. Every region in the south must give out their land to the north, to the northerners, those from the north, so they can come to your land and graze and raise their cattle. I'm like, no, we don't have enough land for us and our next generation. How are we gonna give it out to you guys? Right. So that's how they started. They now said to arm those, those people carrying the cattle from the north to the south to start killing everybody. What they want, the north to occupy everywhere in the south. So now we won't have any right to speak because now they are from the north, they are really north. They also occupy our land. So they can always surround us and just kill us once,
So how is it, I mean, is the South not as populated as the North? I mean, how is the North so much stronger? Is it just because of money or is it because of people?
Because the federal power resides in their territory. Like I said, when the British was living, they gave them federal power. They control the military, they control the police, they control the oil sector, they control the Navy, they control the Air Force, they control everything. So they decide on what to do, and they have the highest number of people in the Senate. So even when you go to the Senate to make a law against the South, they will all vote in support. Now they count how many people are voting, and you see those voting the Northerners have like 300 senators, and the Easterners have and the Southerners have about 210 senators. So it's not equal.
Right.
So so when it comes to democracy, you can't beat them, because they control the Senate. When it comes to military, they're the one controlling the military since 1960. So how are you gonna fight them?
Right. Y'all probably have a pretty big.
The South to come close. How are you gonna fight them? The only thing you can do is just cause a revolution and break away from that country and form your own country.
So are the revolutionary? Well, I don't even know what to call a revolutionary. What you all call terrorists are they with the military or are they against the military? I mean, are they just killing everybody or are they working for a particular purpose?
People in the South, first of all, they start killing Christians, because they're all Muslims, misinterpreting the, Muhammad's religion to their favor. They come into the South, taking away our women from their farmlands and people from their farmlands, people from their houses, killing them, trying to take over their land. So they don't attack the military, they just focus on the civilians. And when the civilians call the government for help, they don't come. And when a particular region forms a group to resist those terrorists, the military comes and takes those group away and arrests them for terrorism.
Right.
Just like you stand up for yourself, you get taken away.
Right.
But they don't come for those cowards that I call them.
So you have one group of people who attack you because you're not that strong, and you have another group of people who's supposed to protect you, but they keep you from being strong and don't protect
you. And not just a group of people, it's a tribe. Over there in America, guys are dealing with white and black, we're dealing with different tribes.
Right.
They are the Fulani tribe, we are the Igbo tribe.
Yeah.
So it's just different tribes, different religion, different language, different way of reasoning, different food, different, everything is just different from them and us.
Right.
And they're the ones that run the country.
Right. And that's the Fulani.
Huh?
That's the Fulani?
Yeah, that's the Fulani. Yeah.
All right.
So these things on Google, you can just Google Fulani headsman, and then you can read more.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look that up like as soon as I get off of here. So let me ask you, do you see a brighter place, man? Do you see a bright spot in this situation? Do you see things getting better in the future? Or?
Well, the only thing that's going to happen, for place where I'm from, we are trying to restore back our country to go back to what we used to be, before 1914, that this zoological Republic of Nigeria was created. And once we get back our country, and once we get our independence and sovereignty, and all things are going to get better, because we are the most developed area in Nigeria, when it comes to education, when it comes to development, and accepting people for who they are, and when it comes to IQ. So I know that if we get back our nation, things are going to change. And for the rest of African, the rest of the whole African countries, honestly, I still see no change when I look at them. First of all, many tribes are put together in different places to form a country. All these tribes need to break away. In Ethiopia right now, I'm sure you know about Ethiopia. Eritrea break away from Ethiopia. Eritrea is doing quite well for themselves. Tigray is trying to break away from Ethiopia. For the past 2 months or 3 months, they've been fighting a war with the people of Ethiopia. They call them rebels. I don't like to use the word rebels from Tigray. I love to call them some freedom fighters.
Right.
They're trying to break away from Ethiopia. Why? The region called Tigray is of different tribe from the other tribes in Ethiopia. And then, they don't even get any resources or any government help or benefit from the Ethiopia. So they know they can do better for themselves if they stand together as an independent country, just like Eritrea did in 91. And fought for their independence against Ethiopia. So if every region that was placed together by the colonial master can break up and everybody go to your home, fix your home, I think Africa will be great.
Right.
If you can remember, USSR was made up of different countries that was brought together to form USSR. But after the fall of USSR, so many wonderful nations came out of it. The same thing goes for Yugoslavia. About 7 countries came out from Yugoslavia. So Africa needs to experience that. Every region created by France, Britain, all these things need to break up. Everybody needs to go back to their home, fix your region the way it should be.
The Soviet Union came apart, right? When that's what that was all about.
Mm-hmm.
With the USSR, that was the Soviet Union when
they fell apart. They fell apart. People broke up. Every region went their way, declared independence, became a nation on its own. That's what that's what Africa needs to do. All these regions, all these tribes that are forced together by the white men to create a nation needs to break up.
Right.
So now when you break up, you go back to your own region and fix your region, become an independent country, form your own government, fix however you want to fix it. Because before the white men came, all these regions were independent.
Right.
Now, there's this thing about, can break apart and then now decide to form international relations with your neighbors and other countries. I'm not being forced into a country by your enemies or the tribe that don't even love and respect you or don't love and respect your culture or who you are. You can go home, be an independent country, and then decide, okay, this is how I'm gonna relate with my neighbors.
Right.
In the Bible, Abraham and Lot was having problems. They went their separate ways, but they were still in communication with each other.
Right.
When Lot was kidnapped, when the enemies came for Lot, Abraham was able to rescue him. Do you know why? Abraham, when they break away, Abraham was able to know, okay, I'm on my own. I was able to fortify and make himself stronger.
Mm-hmm.
If he was with Lot and having those issues, internal issues, he's not going to be stronger. So all these people that are forced to be from a country in Africa needs to go their own way. Fortify yourself, be stronger. So when the enemy now comes in, you guys can fight the enemy together. Right. But when you guys are all closer together having issues, man, we're not going to move forward. We've tried this since the 50s and 60s that they gave Africa independence. It's not working, and it's not going to work.
Right, right. Are you planning on running for any kind of politics, or are you going to kind of keep it on the sideline?
Lots of people are telling me I'm going to run, but I don't want to run in Nigeria. I want Biafra to be restored. I want Biafra to become an independent nation once again.
Right.
And then I can run. I intend to run for the governor of my region. I want us to have our independence. I don't want to run under Nigeria. I don't want to, be taking instructions from the Fulanis. No. Right. I want to represent my people, because once you get it, the problem that we're having here from politicians in my region is this: the Fulanis control everything. So even if you want to run for anything, you need to go get on your knees to them. And now once you get on your knees, you start being their puppets, working against your own people.
Right.
So circles continues again. So we need to fight. This revolution needs to break Nigeria up, get back our country. Then I can know, can represent my people. I'm working for my people. I need to go back to the north to get on my knees before I can do what I want to do for my people,
Right. Now, you ain't trying to bow down just so you can stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Man, it's deep, man. Like I was telling you when I spoke to you before yesterday, man, I definitely want to keep in touch, man. I would like to do this, kind of regular, man, because I feel like it's a platform. You're welcome to use my platform, and I'm gonna talk to whoever I can talk to. There's some news outlets and things like that, so I'm gonna talk to a few people, see if we can kind of move the story along a little more.
Basically, we need right now. A lot of people be asking, do we send money? I told them, well, you guys, if America, okay, when they had George Floyd situation, the Black Lives Matter protest was going on, we had our own protest here in solidarity. Right. Americans can write letters to their government, let them know what's going on, mount pressure on their government based on the policies that they are doing. What's going on in Africa, which policy are you guys trying to enact to make things better in Africa? Right. Probably carry out a protest to let the world know that Biafrans are being killed in Nigeria.
Right.
See, Israel and Palestine had issues. It was all over the news. Well, thousands of people are dying down here, and it's not in the news.
Right.
So if this, it's gonna shake the American politicians, I know, and it's gonna shake them. They're gonna be like, okay, I have to put, some interest and raise our voices in what's going on down here in Nigeria and West Africa.
Right.
So if they can write that letter, speak up for us, that's all we need. So that's what's going on down here. By the time 3, 4, 5 people write to the same politicians, then they know that Biafrans are being killed for fighting for their freedom in Nigeria, for requesting for their independence, for requesting to have power to control their land and their resources. By the time 5, 3, 4, 5 people write a letter to a particular senator, I'm thinking it's gonna be like, okay, I have to do something,
Like a petition.
And by the time that,
it's like starting a petition, basically. If we can kind of get enough people to get behind the situation and get the story moving.
A petition, yeah, that would be good. And some of you guys, by the time many people know about this story and start to have a protest in America on behalf of Biafrans, I'm telling you, man, it's gonna go boom. And it's gonna help us down here. We are not looking for trouble. We are killing nobody. Biafrans never took away anybody's land. We never took away anybody's resource. We just want to be on our own. Right. Self-determination is not a crime. United Nations 2017 law, on indigenous people gave indigenous people the right to go for self-determination. Yeah. So we are not committing a crime, but we just don't understand why that we come to the streets peacefully without arms and then demand for our nation to be restored, and the Nigerian army from the Fulani tribe in the north confront us with guns and ammunition, and then the whole world does nothing, absolutely nothing.
Well, I think
it's like fighting for a just cause, and the whole world is just turning their back on you.
It starts. Part of the problem starts with our complexion, our color. That's part of the problem. When it comes to us as Black folk, very few people are interested in what's happening with us. Like they don't mind watching us kill each other, and they don't want to help us in certain situations. But that's the reason why it's so important that we come together. Blacks from Africa, Blacks from America. Like we need to have the conversation like we're doing now. We need to open that door up where we have more communication with each other. We need to grow to understand each other more, and we need to help each other fight these battles that we have. Because y'all got battles in Africa and we got these battles in America. But the one thing that we have in America that y'all don't have is a little level of freedom, and it kind of pisses me off to even have to have a conversation with somebody in 2021 about freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, I'm thinking like this can't be happening. Like, we can't be in 2021.
It is.
And there's still happening. Like, do you realize that everything that's happening over there is like a repeat of slavery all over again? It's like
exactly. That's what's going on. But now it's no longer whites enslaving blacks. It's blacks from different tribe enslaving blacks from different tribe.
Right.
Just the repeat of history, in the wrong way.
It's black on black crime at the highest level.
Yeah. I just don't know when we can come together to get it right as one. Understanding that white, black, yellow, orange, I don't care. We are just one as long as we occupy the same earth, breathe the same air, eat the same food. We are just one. Need of all this.
Well, hey, my platform is open for you. I'm gonna give you my regular number and all that information too. I'm gonna give you more way.
God bless you.
Communicate with me than just Facebook because, like you said, if they try to shut that down, you still got to be able to communicate. So I'm gonna make sure that I give you whatever information that you need. And I was gonna play some of your music today, but I think I'm gonna play it next time because I really just want to kind of get to know you and what's going on, and I really want the people to hear what you're telling us. You know what I'm saying? And
I appreciate the love and the support coming from you. Letting me use your platform to get the word out and let the world know what's going on. I appreciate that. Man. Allah bless you. I guess that's how you guys say it.
It's God. God is God. You know what I'm saying? God's God.
Well, I'm not a religious person, so
yeah,
I believe in God too. I'm not religious, but I believe in God.
That's how I am. Like I did take my shahada. I became part of Islam back in 1999, but I've never been that religious. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of the same way. Like, I'm not the most religious person in the world, but I believe in God. Like I believe in a higher being.
Yeah, there's a supreme being. Yeah,
right. And that's where I keep it.
That's how I keep it too.
Yeah, that's where I keep it.
I was born in a Christian home, but that's how I keep it too.
Yeah. Well, listen, you and me, we one and the same. We just in different locations, man. But I'm definitely gonna keep my word, and I'm gonna speak to somebody. Like, like I said, I know people in smaller outlets but small things can become bigger. And if I start putting it out there and we continue to do what you're doing, people are continue to watch and listen. So I'm probably gonna call you when I get off of here in a little bit, but man, right now I'm gonna go ahead and check out of this thing, man. And I appreciate you for coming on here, man. I'm like I said, once a week I expect to have you as a guest. So
thank you, man. Thank you.
Tell the people how to find you. Tell them your name again. Tell them how they can find you on any social media.
Okay, well, my name is Mbako Chukuma. That's my real name, but I go by the name of MC Snillow, MC SNILLOW. And then you can find me on Facebook at MC Snillow, MC SNILLOW, or Chooks MC Snillow, Chooks CHUK. Facebook, Twitter is real MC Snillow, That's real REALMCSNILLOW. Then Instagram is Capone Empire. That's the name of my foundation, and that's the name of my label too. I have a foundation here. We're taking kids off the street, putting them back in schools, giving food and water to the elderly people, and and helping the less privileged in the way we can. Now we can't help everybody, but we're just doing what we can. And also have a website, caponeempire.com. It's www.caponeempire.com. Capone, that's KAPONEMPIRE.com. So you can just see a little bit of sneak peek of what we do, the music and everything. I'm an artist too. Okay. I went to the street, I realized there are so many young talents out there and I need some form of support. So I started picking them up, trying to give flight to their dreams to keep them busy. So they don't end up, becoming something else in the society.
Right.
I pray that someday, God willing, we'll make it to the top and we all come back to our different communities and see what we can do to help them survive too,
Right. Well, you're on the right track, man. You know how to, you have a voice and you know how to use your voice. And that's important. A lot of people have voices that they can speak with, and a lot of people have the ability to do so, and they're leaders, but they're afraid to lead. I salute you for being a leader who's not afraid to lead. You know what I'm saying? And to my people out there, you have now been watching Smokin Strong with Strong Arm. I'm your host, DJ Strong Arm, Mc Snillow, and we will catch you all on the next one.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It's my pleasure.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Too. Yeah. Bye. Peace.